humans like war. We're evil, bloodthirsty, cutthroat monsters deep down.
The Wasteland Gladiators were formed for Wasteland Weekend 2013. The no-holds-barred tournaments are fought with real weapons and full body armor inside a chain-link cage surrounded by screaming fans here to witness the most intense violence in Wasteland City. For those who don't know, Wasteland is a post-apocalypse festival, so if these fighters look like the bad guys in a Mad Max movie, that's why. Going into their 7th year, the Gladiators have come a long way, and the man in charge of this horde of martial artists, medieval combatants, and big men carrying big sticks is Septic Tank. Here he is to tell you about it. Whenever you're ready.
Out here I'm known as Septic Tank. I am the Lunesta of the Wasteland Gladiators. That means I'm the guy in charge. Years ago out here in the desert, we saw this fun little game, the juggler matches. Loved it, but we embraced the violence a little more. So we've pulled ourselves together to create a cage, the battle cage, where we come and do combat with each other and we train and we bring the violence to the societies out there. So, fuck it, we just like hitting people. Wasteland gave us the opportunity to be the bad guys in the cage. You know, I get to be Mad Max in Thunderdome for real. You know, it's my big nerdgasm as a kid come to life. And this has given me an opportunity to play fort in the living room with mom and dad there, but mom and dad aren't here. So I guess that, oh wow, we're unsupervised. So, it's like a bar fight with buddies. You know, the old garage days for me, you know, picking fights on each other because you're bored. There's a small percentage of people that are just, they accept that violence, you know. You've always had those friends. Hey, let's go out and fight. That's us. This is where we can go and have some fun. Like the first year we did the Battle Dome. It was a little dome. Some people knew that we were fighters and we were looking to do it. They called us up and invited us to, hey, can you guys entertain inside our dome?
We are about to have our first ever gladiator fight in the Thunderdome. 3-round bouts to find a champion in a tournament that goes on all weekend long.
That's the first time I met Smash, and everyone knows Smash. He's a big guy. He was like a little school kid, just jumping around, going, I want to play. When I see this monster out there, it's like, this is gonna suck, because he's a big boy. But he's been an asset, you know, with him and his creativity being unleashed. He's brought this amazing discipline of steel to create what we know as the battle cage now. And the battle cage is this it's a thing. It's an institution. And each one of our new guys that come out there, they bring a little something extra to that institution. Humans are warlike. Don't matter what they say, what you do out there. Humans are very warlike animals, you know, and this gives us that outlet. There's a small percentage, you know, of human beings that we need this. You know, we need to go out there and kind of pummel each other and beat each other up, and you become a tight-knit group because you walk up here with a buddy, put a sword in his face, cross-check him to the ground, but you're there to give him the hand to help him come out of the ring, and then you're drinking beers afterwards. You know, and I think that's the real heart of the whole thing. We go out there, we go full tilt. Years ago, we used to have a point system, and we would fight to the first guy to make the point system. Our way of fighting now is we fight till we're happy. You know when you're owned. You know when the guy's behind you and he owns you. You just basically, you yield, you know, and you've lost the fight. You know what? Train better, because the next day he may be off, he may trip, he may fall, you may win the battle. It's just what happens.
Wasteland, are you ready?
What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring like a professional fight, like when you go to see the big, like, you know, like way back in the day, the Mike Tyson fights, you know, the big Hollywood productions where you go to the casinos and they've got the lights and they've got the shows, they got the announcers and the beautiful ring girls, the center time, you know, entertainment. We want to bring that fun, that life to just, it's more than just a couple guys crawling in a cage and fighting. The show and the demo dolls and the dancing and the fire performers that we're bringing into the ring, it gives the fighters time to recoup, rebase, check their armor, make sure everything's okay to go, rematch our guys, and just back out into the ring. So we're trying to bring that TV quality production to our audience out there that are screaming for blood. Hey man, we're entertainers too. It feeds our own egos. I don't know what it's like to watch a show because I'm a nervous little mama dog when I'm back there. Is he okay? Is this going on? Oh my God. I mean, I'm a maniac when everything's going that way. But fun story is like one of our guys, Thorbjorn, when we first met him, we're doing the counted blows. And we're fighting. I'm like, you're not counting the blows, man. You're not going down. I'm thinking, we're on only a 20-minute time frame that we're allowed to do this. So I took a dive because he just wasn't taking the shots. I went to approach him afterwards. And I'm like, did you not feel the shots? He's like, yeah, I felt the shots. I'm like, well, why didn't you go down? I was trying not to throw up in my helmet. He was so overwhelmed by the crowd that he had butterflies in his stomach. Now, when Thorbjorn goes out to the cage, it's kind of a running joke, but it's not an official gladiator match till he throws up before it. It's something. There's an energy that comes from the people. I mean, it's not a golf clap. Oh, well played. What a nice match. They want blood, and they're getting into it, and they throw that energy out there, and you feed off that energy. The louder they are, the crazier and stupider you get with each other, and I think that's what drives it. I hope the crowd likes it. Then again, when I look up and I look out at the crowd, I see 6-7 faces deep of people. So I guess that means they like what we're doing for them. When we started doing this, we would just send 2 guys in, and when they collapsed, we'd we send them body draggers in to help them up, get them out of the ring. A little more for show, dragging the bodies out there. The crowd loves it. After a while, we noticed if we put a referee or somebody in the middle of the matches, certain matches I do it, certain matches I don't. When we got new fighters that I'm unsure of, I'm testing them. I'm always testing and judging. I want to make sure some of these guys really don't lose their shit out there. It can happen, and that's what they're looking for. We're checking our fighters, making sure that all the safety's matched. There's not a helmet that comes off, something hasn't shifted. We're making sure that if he does get a good hit, that he's still there with us. So I like having that in the ring with them now, and I think it adds to the show a little bit as well. And it's more of a safety issue for broken weapons flying into the audience, something like that. When you're swinging, we keep breaking our damn weapons over each other's heads. God, what was it? The other day, it was Simon. We got a new guy, Wrecker, and he hit him and he lost his axe. And when Simon turned around, the axe is sticking out of the front of his chest. And then we looked down, and Simon's weapon's bent from smacking the other guy in the head. We're like, I think you guys are done. So I step in as a ref and go, you know what? We're done. Go fix your stuff. Take a break, and we'll bring out the next fighters so we can have some fun. We play a little rougher than a lot of the other medieval games, but safety is the utmost thing we do. I got a friend to put it this way. It's okay to hurt your friend. You don't want to injure your friend. What we say is you take about your basic minimum of armor and you add about another 13 to 15 pounds of armor. And then you go out and you wasteland it. And you put another 20 pounds of like tire, steel, leather, fur, whatever it takes to have that appearance. Now, to be a quick fighter, yeah, you wear your minimums. You're a quick fighter out there. But the thing is, we like to slam each other around in that cage. So adding all the extra weight to us really protects us. Every once in a while you get a minor beak will get smashed in, or you'll get a minor abrasion on the hand. I think we're more damaged to ourselves than we are to each other. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh my God, that guy really hit that guy, and it'll knock him 3 feet over the ground. It's like, you don't get it. These helmets and everything we're wearing, this is what allows us to do this. It's the roll cage for the dragster. So we're safe in these things. The difference between the historical stuff and what we do out here at Wasteland is the historical stuff is historical. You're using steels and metals and leathers to protect yourself. We can get things like the plastics, the new, the new man-made stuff that is just as strong as the, or if not stronger than the ancient crafts. It's lighter. It's easier to get. It's cheaper. Some of the best stuff we've discovered is using tire. Tire is really interesting because when you hit it, it bounces right back at you. And it was kind of an inside joke with us, but the first time I, ran into Wes, I had more leather scraps and plastics on my armor. He had tire. I threw as hard as I could into Wes's chest, and it bounced it back and popped me in the face. About as hard as I threw it in, it threw it right back at me. And yeah, right into the objective. But it's different materials that we're playing with, but it's still the same safety equipment. Our biggest right now is going to be Simon, or we call the Beast. Yeah, and he does lifesteal, and I think he's close to 300. He's a little bit bigger than Smash, and Smash is another big boy. Our smallest guy is my personal hero, to tell you the truth. It's Captain Timmy. Captain Timmy soaking wet in his armor is about 120 pounds. He's not a big guy. He's a skinny little wiry guy. He's about yay tall. Timmy got thrown around like a rag doll, but he keeps getting up. That's what he does. You throw him into the fence, he's like a goddamn cockroach. You step on it, he's gonna get back up. Timmy is the cockroach of the wastelands. So, and again, it's that he knows what he's getting into, but he's protecting himself to the point that he can get hit by a car out here. I mean, really, like a 20-mile-an-hour car, he can get hit with the car. He'd probably be able to get right back up and just continue down the road. I'm an older guy, and we got 2 or 3 of us older guys. I'm 50, and we got a lot of these younger guys coming in that are 20-year-olds. It's kind of really nice being able to beat up a 20-year-old and still feeling your oats. So at least I got that. They'll get the girl. I never get the girl. They'll get the girl. That's fine by me. But I feel that they're learning something from me. I'm able to train them up a bit. It's new. We've only been doing this 6 years now, and we're beginning to get feedback from this. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to fight in the ring, but there's always a young gun coming up that wants to try themselves out. I want to be there for them. I want to have this set, maintained, organized, oiled, so they can come out and play and they can live their dream as well. This apple is the best thing in the universe because I've been out in the desert for 5 frickin' days. It's dusty, it's sandy, it's nasty, and this is cold, and I'm probably going to be in my bunk with it later.
Hey survivors, thanks for sticking it out to the end. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up, slam that subscribe button, and leave a comment for me. Also, a special shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys keep inspiring me to make new content, so thank you. And if you want to help support this channel, there's a link to my Patreon in the lower right because every dollar helps. Lastly, if you want to learn more about the Juggers, I did a short doc on them a couple years ago. Link in the top left. See you next time, guys, and stay alive.